What is going on, guys? This is WEAKR bringing you guys another commentary. This is gonna be a zombies map commentary on from worst to best. There's been 17 total like different zombies maps, not including like when they remade zombies maps from like all the World at War maps got remade on Black Ops 1 and like Dori's got remade on Black Ops 3. Not including those. Anyways, but yeah, there's 17 total maps. Um, so anyway, starting off with number 17, the worst zombies map of all time is gonna have to be Shadows of Evil. I know the game just came out. Uh, Probably might move up on the list if I actually understand the map more, but so far with me playing it, it's definitely been the worst zombies map of all time. Makes no sense to me. I hate it. Don't enjoy playing it whatsoever, so that's definitely going to be 17th. Number 16th was also one of the worst zombies maps of all time, was on Black Ops 2 named Bust Depot. It was that little short, like, version of Transit, just at the original, like, bus spawn, and it was terrible. There's nowhere to go, no pack-a-punch, nothing. It was just awful, so it wasn't really fun at all. I don't actually, there might have been a pack-a-punch. I doubt it, though. I know there was a box, I think. I'm not even sure, but yeah, it was an awful map in general, so yeah, there's that. Number 15 is gonna be, or 15 is gonna be Farm, which was also another one of those maps from that series. Another terrible map, no pack-a-punch, I believe, just the original box, whatever that spawned. So, I mean, yeah, it was terrible. Okay, now getting into the actual zombies maps again. Gonna go to, so this is number 14. Yeah, 14. Is Shangri-La from Black Ops 1. Now this is a map that didn't really play a lot, and I didn't really enjoy it either. It was kind of dumb. I remember having those little frickin' portal things that like shot you up from the ground, the geysers, whatever they're called. But other than that, man, I mean, the game was, the map was terrible. There was like some gun that turned zombies into babies, and it was just retarded. Didn't enjoy that map at all. I know a lot of people did. Every time I say that it was one of my least favorite, there are people who are like, oh, but I mean, I didn't enjoy it at all. This is just an opinionated based thing. So, yeah, that's number 14. Number 13, I'm gonna have to go with Call of the Dead. Um, Now these are the map. Now from here on out, all the maps are good. Like the four I just told you, those maps were awful. But the maps from here on out are good. Like Call of the Dead, good map, but it's 13th on the list because of how good some of the other maps are above it. The only good thing that I really liked about this map was how you could get the Wonder Waffle. If you did like, I forget what you had to do. You had to like kill George, the guy that walked around. That was pretty cool. There was a lot of glitches on this map. I remember doing that back in the day, but I remember you could get the death machine a lot. I mean, there wasn't that much about this map to like, but it was a decent map. They introduced some new perks. I remember Deadshot. They introduced that perk on this map. But other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at 13. Nothing much to say. Number 12, I'm gonna put 5. Um, Definitely a good map. It was one of the first maps that came out on Black Ops 1, so it was probably one of the first new maps that ever came out in the Call of Duty series after the original 4. Um, so yeah, I mean it was a good map. I love the characters, JFK, Castro. You know, it was a good it was a good series or good cast, I guess you could say. I remember all the glitches on the tables and stuff. Those are always fun to do. I just like how the map was made. I mean, there was only one training spot once you got to high rounds, and that was on the second floor around the whole entire bottom floor. But other than that, wasn't really much to do besides the glitches. But it was still like one of those small maps, and you know it's easy to enjoy just because of like it's at the Pentagon. You know the storyline of it is just a good map. So yeah, that's number 12, Town, or no 5. And I gave you the next one. Number 11 is Town, which was another one of those three like spin-offs from Transit. That was definitely a good one because it had the pack punch, had the box. You know, it was playable. It was actually playable. Um, but the reason it's not higher up on the list is one of the biggest killers was the lava, first of all. So yeah, that was number 10 or 11 Town. Now we're gonna move on to number 10. And so this is the top 10 from here on out. This is Verrucht, one of the original maps. It was on World at War. They remade it on Black Ops 1. So far, no info if they're remaking it again on Black Ops 3, but I mean, they probably will. Who knows? It's Treyarch. They always do good things. Yeah, good map. Black Ops 1 had the remake with the Winter's Howl, I believe. Yeah, the Winter's Howl. Um, Definitely a hard map to play because it was just so narrow and hard to really do much. It was just a narrow map, but I mean, honestly, if you were a good trainer, this was definitely a good map. But it was definitely really hard. A glitch-based map. I mean, if you wanted to make it high, you had to glitch on this map. That's how hard actually training was. So yeah, number 10 is Verrucht. Number 9, we're gonna go to the original map, Nocturne Totem. Smallest zombies map of all time, I believe. Coming close actually with Bus Depot or one of those. Actually, that might even be smaller, but one of the smallest like original maps. Wasn't much to do on this map except go in that one top room. Other than that, there was really nothing you could do. Um, Very small map. I liked how they did the little Easter egg when on transit you could go through the cornfield and actually find the original location for Nocturne Totem. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't really much to like on that map. Besides the fact that it was just straight vintage. Um, yeah, didn't have a pack punch at all, which sucked. But yeah, basically that's all that there is to say about that map. Number 8, a lot of people never got to play because it was DLC. But it wasn't like I think it came out in the season. It came with the season pass, just like the Giant did for Black Ops 3. But number 8, Nuketown. Nuketown Zombies, another small map, which I enjoyed, and just the fact that you played it on multiplayer for the past 2 CODs, and now going on a third for Black Ops 3. But just the fact that you played it for Black Ops 2, you played it for Black Ops 1, the fact that you could play that map was pretty enjoyable. Um, there's not much to say about that map. There was a pack. The only thing I didn't like is how the perks fell from the sky and they weren't already on the map. That was kind of annoying, but yeah, there's that. Okay, number 7, Shinonuma. Shinonuma, one of the original 4 maps. Definitely a hard map to make it far on. It was a train-based map with the Wonderwolf. If you were good with the Wonderwolf and you were training, you could make it to easily 60 plus on that map. If you were 4 people, you could lock down a building, make it to 60 plus on the map. It's happened. I've seen it. I've watched gameplays of it. The highest I made solo on this map is 50, just running around the Wonderwolf. Never made it far with 4 people though, or 3 or 2. But I made it around 50 with the training around the Wonderwolf, or with the Wonderwolf. Good map, man. One of the best of all time for sure. It's gonna be dropped to 7 though, just because there are so many good maps in zombies. And speaking of good maps, number 6, Buried from Black Ops 2. Another good map. This is like one of the first maps that they actually started integrating like all this new stuff, like Easter egg stuff. Like you had to do this to do that, blah 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 blah. Like so much to start doing. Not the original like classic, just kill zombies, make it to a high round stuff. With this map, it took a lot of like doing stuff, like with the guy. I forget his name, the guy that was in the cage that had to run around. You had to give him booze or whatever, like stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I liked how the bank was there. I liked how everything was. I liked how you could get the extra perk from the witches. It was a good map, man. It was only number 6 though. But yeah, it was a good map. Next is gonna be Ascension from Black Ops 1. This was actually what was it? There was the 4 original, then there was Kino. This was the 6th zombie map of all time. And not much to say about it, honestly. I mean, it was a good map. I remember I forget what the gun was, but I think it was, yeah, the Thunder Gun. They introduced the Thunder Gun with that map. I think it was, yeah, 90% sure they introduced the Thunder Gun. And running around on the landing pads doing the training strat that kind of like revived the training strats, because in Kino there wasn't much areas to train besides the theater, I guess, but Ascension was like a train-based map completely, to make it high rounds. I remember you could shoot the rocket to blow it up. There's just so many cool things about that map. Definitely a very, very good map. Another one of the best of all time. One thing I did not like about that was the monkeys that came and took your perks. That was annoying. Couldn't really have that many perks on because of that. But other than that, there was really no flukes on that map. I think they also introduced PhD on the map as well, which is I don't know why they don't put it in current zombies maps, but that is definitely one of the best perks in zombies, with that ray gun. So if you have PhD, you're making it high. Number 4, Kino der Toten, 5th zombies map that ever came out, 4th on the list. This one, I think it's this high just because it was the first map after the 4 classics. So after the 4 classics, you didn't know what to expect. Like It was like who they could do anything. They could just not make any more zombies maps. Who knows what was gonna happen? And then Kino came out and it was a success. No, this was the first map that actually had the Thunder Gun. Okay, so Ascension had it, but Kino Dertone introduced the Thunder Gun. It changed a lot of the dynamics of zombies. Again, the Pack-a-Punch, it was on Dories, that's when it was introduced, but it was also here back in Kino. They brought back the teleporting system. Just a great map, man. So many good memories on this map. If you've played it with people, with friends, I mean, and other people, you know what I'm talking about. This map is definitely one of the best of all time to play with friends. Anyways, going into number 3, these are my top 3 favorite zombies maps. Number 3, Mob of the Dead. One of the best maps of all time, guaranteed. I mean, this map was just insane. I loved everything about it, except for I don't know if it was only I can't remember much about it because it's been so long. But when you went to the Pack-a-Punch and those guys ran around or whatever, that was kind of annoying. But I remember you could go into Afterlife mode. That was so cool. Kind of see that brought back now in Shadows of Evil with the ghost thing or the monster thing, whatever. But anyways, yeah, could go into Afterlife, and I don't know, just a great map. The guns were they brought back the Tommy gun. Um, that's pretty much it about it, though. I don't really remember much because it uninstalled after Ghost came out, so I never got to replay it after the game ended. But yeah, that's pretty much all I remember about Mob of the Dead. Number 2, Origins, with the 4 staffs. Um, I don't understand how they go from Origins to Shadows of Evil. They go from such a good map, one of my favorite maps of all time, with the 4 staffs, how you could upgrade them, do all that, you know, and then they come to this awful Shadows of Evil map. I don't know how that happened, honestly, but Origins, number 2, man, such a good map with all the staffs. So many good, like you could do all these Easter eggs on it that were pretty cool. Little mini things, like I know if you killed all the zombies and filled up the chests. You filled all 3 of them. You got the fists. Then if you got kills with the fists, you could upgrade something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, it was so cool, man. Definitely one of my favorite. Definitely my second favorite map of all time. There's nothing that can beat that. Besides number 1, you guys all know it by now. Dories or the Giant, whichever one. I mean, even the Giant, it's still just as good. That's the same map, so definitely number 1, man. I mean, I don't know, like when I'm playing it, I don't know what makes it better than the other maps. I don't. I just play it and I enjoy it more than any other map. Maybe it's because it's just a small map that makes sense. There's actually training locations, but you can also camp on the catwalk. It's an easy map to make it high on. It's just so many good memories too. And it's one of the original like vintage classic, like it's vintage Call of Duty Zombies. That is the best map, in my opinion, and I believe 90% of the people that are watching this right now believe that Deriz is the favorite map, and the people that aren't agreeing with me are just saying that just to disagree with me. I mean, the map is just the best, honestly. I mean, the Wonder Waff introduced it to zombies. Actually, no, Shangri-La did. Okay, not Shangri-La, Shinonuma did, but it introduced the teleporter, and Pack-a-Punch, change everything forever. And I think what makes it the best, like over time, Call of Duty always remakes these maps, but I think remaking Deriz made it better than I did. Like when the game was originally out, it was good. It was probably still my favorite map then, but remaking it, playing it with different guns, playing it differently, then remaking it again a third time, just I don't know why, but it just keeps me wanting to play this map, and it's just the map I've played the most. Maybe that's why I like it the most. I don't know. But yeah, leave your comments below, guys. Leave your top 5 favorite because I don't want you to rate 17 different zombie maps. So rate your top 5 favorite zombie maps of all time, best to worst, or best or 1 to 5 basically. Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, comment top 5 maps of all time, like I said, for zombies. And that's it. This is WEAKR, and see you guys later. Peace.